amongst the mayhem and debris. On a winning spree, Mace 2 went through to our series semi-finals. Pitbull led off the leash to join it. Blade cut a swathe through its opponents and Big Brother bullied. Chaos 2 gobbled up the big cheese. Gravedigger read the last rites to the Dark Destroyer. Stegosaurus proved dinosaurs aren't extinct. And now we have more. Let's rumble and roar at the Robot Wars!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome that master of camouflage and stand-up chameleon, Craig Charles.
I've tried lots of therapies in my time. I went to see a child psychologist once, but he was terrible. Well, he was only 7. He said to me, "What's the first thing you think of when I say the word mother?" And I said, "Me mother." So he suggested I go to the Samaritans instead. But I thought a Samaritan was one of those oranges you only get at Christmas. And then he suggested colonic irrigation. But what do I know about farming? But I finally found a therapy that really is right up my alley. It's called Robot Wars. And right now, another 8 angry patients are waiting to air their grievances in the arena. Look out, doctor. They may need sedating. Philippa, who's in the waiting room?
Thank you very much, Craig. Here in the pits, I'm joined by the alligator team with their robot. Who's this? Who's this? Have we ever seen him before? I don't think so. With their robot alligator, Ali for aluminium, 6 mil. Any robot has to get through if they want to destruct that robot. We have corporal punishment here, made great use of linear actuators in the lifting technology. Don't know what they are, but sounds good, doesn't it? This is Tut's Revenge. The key here is a flipper, and they're hoping to flip Matilda, so you have to make sure when you're watching that you see Tut's Revenge flip Matilda, otherwise their promise is broken. This is Berserk. We just do one thing, which is welcome to Robot Wars. Thank you very much for bringing Berserk. Meet Death Warmed Up with fantastic decorations, dials and all sorts of things all over it. These gloves, lovely little story. What did your sister do? How did she make these?
Well, I sat in a corner with gardening gloves on.
Yeah.
And she coated them with fiberglass, then
Yeah.
painted them black.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
It took some getting off.
But they're on him now, so they're safe and sound, and we expect them to be doing a victory wave. This is Stealth. Stealth was actually made where?
On the living room floor.
Yes, and how long has it taken to clear out the mess?
A very long time.
It's still being done, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Even as we speak.
Even as we speak. Once again, cunning use of a flipper device. There's lots of flippers in this heat. I'll just make sure I've got my fingers still attached to my hand. Hypnodisc is a very interesting one because on this disc, which revolves around and around and around, we have razors. And these razors don't just slice, they slice through this, which is how many mil thick?
3.5 millimetres.
3.5 mil thick aluminium. So they're hoping to do some damage with that. Last but not least in the heat, Robogeddon. Inside here, there's a harrow. This is a bit of plough. It's made from rusty gates. It's made from all sorts of things that were found lying around on the farm. So well done, team. Ingenuity at its best.
And this is how they line up, Philippa. Alligator, Swamp Thing or mean manned machinery against corporal punishment. Will they go berserk twice or leave in a trice against Tut's Revenge? Flipping good they are. Hypnodisc would give you a close shave against the inventive Robogeddon team. And Death Warmed Up, no velvet glove approach there against the Stealth Bomber.
Time for your weekly dose of destruction. Let the wars begin.
From Kent, Alligator.
A team of work colleagues put together this reptilian robot, the blade as sharp as a gator's bite, and they mean to have fun down by the Bot Bayou. Very short at 32 centimetres.
Alligator is powered by 4 wheelchair motors, 24 volt, which is supplied by 3 12-volt batteries, giving a total of 36 volt through it. We've got a spike on the back, which we hope to do damage with, 2 spikes on a lifting blade on the front, which should cause a lot of damage as well.
From Romford, Corporal Punishment.
Back after the second series with a new lifting scoop at the front, an aluminium shell, 2-wheel drive powered by 4 12-volt batteries, and whack, it's capable of giving out 6 of the best. And look at the change from the last series. There they had the front lifting prongs, started well, but the prongs were bent and buckled and drove it onto the arena floor, and that meant it was vulnerable to the house robots who closed in for the kill. The prongs have gone, replaced this time around by a front lifting scoop. Will it make all the difference?
I'm Adam Clark, and this is Corporal Punishment, coming back scarred from the last war. This time around, we've got a solid one-piece scoop on the front, which replaced the faults from last year, and the entire drivetrain has been upgraded. It's now running at 36 volts, independently sprung chassis, and an onboard gyroscope for some straight-line stability. And hopefully, we're going to prove the adage that speed kills.
Robot ears, stand by.
The Alligator team with Derek Stupples, there on the left-hand side, James Hogman and Steve Everton, and Corporal Punishment,
3,
Adam
2,
Clark, and his teammate there, Dave
1.
Dempster, on the left.
Activate.
And it's Alligator quickly in underneath Corporal Punishment, bucking it up in the air. The Alligator on top's okay. And meanwhile, Adam Clark and the Corporal Punishment team know they're in for a fight here as Matilda comes in with the two front tusks. Derek Stupples smiles. He dreams of hang gliding from the Empire State Building with a beautiful woman in tow. Well, he's got the beautiful James Hogman and Steve Everton in his control box today. And at the moment, it's Corporal Punishment hanging on in there. Alligator dragging towards the pit. That's where they want to see Corporal Punishment go. Inching slowly, inexorably towards that pit. In comes Matilda with a blocking movement. You can see there the Matilda cam on top to take up the close-up pictures for you. Dragging now Corporal Punishment across the arena floor. And I think the problem with Corporal Punishment, it's impaled on the spikes on the back of Alligator. The house robots trying to free the immobilised Corporal Punishment, get it off the back of Alligator to make a fight of this. But Corporal Punishment, for me, has been totally immobilised as the clock ticks down. And there can only be one winner here, and it's not going to be Adam Clark's Corporal Punishment team. In again comes Killalot.
Cease.
You can see the scars on Corporal Punishment, and they're out, I should think. Oh, yes, certainly so.
Well, it seems pretty plain to me, but the judges are still deliberating. While they deliberate, let's look at some of the highlights of that battle.
This is the key moment. Alligator straight in, underneath Corporal Punishment, and from then on in, you can just see it there. Being caught on the spikes on the top of Alligator, couldn't get free Corporal Punishment. In came Matilda and the rest of the house robots. And Corporal Punishment just couldn't get away. Almost went in the pit, of course. This is Killalot, look, trying to flick it up, also causing damage. Bent and buckled Corporal Punishment spun in the air and down and out.
We have a judge's decision. It's a split decision. It's quite controversial. Alligator wins 2-1.
Dear, Adam Clark did not look happy, but Corporal Punishment out and Alligator go through. Next up, Berserk 2 against Tut's Revenge.
From Huddersfield, Berserk 2.
A pneumatic forklift and hammer provide the weaponry. The body shell is alloy. It cost £2,000 to build over 4 months. It's the tallest and longest in the heat, and it's back from the second series of Robot Wars. Took part in the super heavyweight melee last time around. Was pulled across towards the pit, and there became a blistered, broiled, barbecued Berserk 1.
My name's Stuart Ford. I'm the captain of the team. This is Christopher O'Connell and Graham Kershaw, and I'm Martin Kershaw, the interpreter. The name of the robot is Berserk 2. The weapon is a hammer on the front, and it's run by pneumatics. There's another weapon, it's a forklift, that's at the back. The body's made of aluminium alloy. The weapons are made of steel. And that's it. We hope to win.
From Preston, Tut's Revenge.
This is a reincarnation of Megahertz from the last series. It has 2 pneumatic rams with a flipper hammer, can self-right, protected by 2mm steel plate. It cost £500 and took 8 weeks to build. And went out early in the last series of the wars. But in King of the Castle, look at this, had one highlight. It took bodies with him. The 2 house robots Bash and Dead Metal, and they loved it. Back again. They went out, so did the house robots.
My name's Dave Lund, I'm the team captain. My brother Tony Lund and friend Gordon Keeling. We've got a new robot, which is Touch Revenge, which has replaced Megahertz from the last war.
Now, Megahertz had a mascot, which was the mouse. This year we have reincarnated Tutankhamus, and he brought along with him some vicious weaponry in the form of a lifting mechanism at the front and a flipping mechanism which attaches at the back on the outer pyramid case.
The hieroglyphics on the side are whatever Touch Revenge, but we have our initials on the rear and a symbol that says health, life and power.
Robot ears, stand by.
Berserk 2 with Stuart Ford, Graham Kershaw and Chris O'Connell. Martin there with them. And Touch Revenge, the family
3,
team, Dave Lund, Tony
2,
Lund and Gordon Keeling.
Activate.
They've been great fun, the Touch Revenge team with Tutankhamus, the mascot. There they are again, peering out from their pyramid. Meanwhile, Berserk 2 with a little lift and the nudge. That great pneumatic forklift dragging Touch Revenge up onto the arena wall. It may be pretty with the symbol of long life and so on, but I don't know whether Touch Revenge is going to enjoy a long life in Robot Wars. Almost whipping itself with the weapons there. Happy with its performance, perhaps. Tutankhamus led into a trap. Berserk 2 spins and comes in again with a ram. Oh, and there goes Touch Revenge up and over on the side again. But it has a Streamex. Something, meanwhile, came off Berserk 2. Not much damage, but something certainly flew off it there on the arena floor, you can see, but it's Touch Revenge taking all the damage now from the house robots. This way up. That's what the sign there says. And you're the wrong way up, boys. Well, they need some great Egyptian mythological beast, a sphinx, to come into the arena floor and help them out here. I don't think it's going to work. They're going to be condemned to the pot. Valley of the Kings down there. It wasn't even a Pyrrha mid-length battle, was it? It was over in a trice.
Cease.
Well, King Touch Revenge has still got a fair old way to go. He's off home to his mummy. Berserk 2 is through to round 2.
So how was it?
It was all right at home practicing, but as soon as he got here, his body was shaking.
Oh! But what was the best bit of the battle?
Seeing the robot get destroyed.
We look forward to the next round, tell him.
Oh, tut-tut, they didn't last too long. They're at Berserk 2 go through, and Hypnodisc next up against Robogeddon.
From Oxford, Hypnodisc.
Made by the Rose family over 5 months, the frame and body shell's aluminium, the design computer-aided, the weapons are rotating discs spinning at 600 revs per minute. Will it be the rose amongst thorns here?
Hello, my name's Dave and I'm the team captain of Hypnodisc. Our team members are Derek, my brother, and my father Ken.
Although our robot can pull a car, the main weapon is this 18-kilo flywheel which runs at 500 RPM, which can do this.
From County Durham and Lewisham, Robogeddon.
Here we have a pneumatic ram and lifting arm capable of hoisting a grown man, a Kevlar-coated aluminium shell over a steel frame, another family-made machine, and a warning: don't rile the riles.
This is our robot, Robogeddon. See if we can make him. The weapons consist of
double-acting pneumatic ram, and it's very fast, very manoeuvrable, and can turn on its own surface.
Robot ears, stand by.
There's Hypnodisc and waiting to bloom. The Roses, Dave, Derek and Kenneth. And Robogeddon with the Ryle family, young William, Brenda and Ginger on the right. In comes Robogeddon straight from the start against Hypnodisc. Look at that blade spinning away. Off goes Hypnodisc. The message there, Robo, get on out of it. In comes Robogeddon again though. Hypnodisc spins and comes in on the attack. Oh goodness me! Poor old Robogeddon crumpled by Hypno. D-I-S-C. Oh, no more letters in that. Never mind. Hypnodisco, it certainly is though, dancing around on the attack of Robogeddon being shredded here. All that work, 100 hours over 4 months to prepare Robogeddon and shattered in seconds by the Hypnodisc team. Again, look at the front of it. Buckled and torn. It's sort of limping along. The shell fluttering away. Almost coming off. Oh, how sad. The boggle eyes. Oh, you shouldn't laugh. Look at that, laid bare. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Poor old William Ryle. He's only 13. He's put this machine together. Oh, dear, look. There's nothing left of it now. Hypnodisc, what a mighty machine this is. It's on fire, I think, as well, Robogeddon. There's smoke coming out. What's Ginger saying there to little William? There's a way back into this for us? I don't think so. The wheels buckled now as well. There's no shell, no wheels, no weapon, no hope. Oh, Hypnodisc, this is the most complete destruction I think we've seen in Robot Wars ever. Oh, there's the CO2 canister. Oh, that was splendid. Well, well and truly beaten.
Well, Hypnodisc and Robogeddon. What a fantastic spectacle. Come up, lads. Robogeddon. Well, well, well. How long did it take to build that robot?
6 months, Sergeant.
6 months. And it disintegrated in 6 seconds, didn't it? What a fantastic robot you were fighting, though.
Scared a load of people, no.
It's such unusual design, isn't it?
Yes, I think there'll be a lot of frightened people out there now.
I think they will. I hope you enjoyed your time,
We
but
did.
it didn't last very long, did it? Ladies and gentlemen, Robogeddon. Well. I've never seen anything like that before on Robot Wars. I mean, it completely battered that robot. It just ripped it to pieces. It's devastating, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to find that in my laundry basket. Never mind to kill a lot.
We wanted it as a war of weaponry.
And how come the disc is so destructive?
It's the weight and the energy contained in the disc when it's spinning at up to about 500 RPM.
It's a brilliant robot. I think you could go all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Hypnodisc!
This is the design. That's my
That's
by
how
my son
simple
Matthew.
it was.
Yeah, that's his-
No, how old
he
is your son
designed it,
Matthew?
yeah. He's 3.5.
3.5 Matthew
Yeah.
designed Hypnodisc.
He did indeed.
And it is phenomenal.
Yes, it is. It's been,
You were right.
he designed it for maximum damage, and that's what we did.
It's incredible. I mean, really shocking. I've never seen a robot cut in half.
It was quite terrifying, wasn't it? Really.
Yeah. And we shall be expecting more.
The terrible twins, Derek and Dave Rose. Hypnodisc, very, very impressive. Next up, Death warmed up and Stealth.
From Yorkshire, Death warmed up.
Oh, it looks splendid with its fiberglass skull and the arms. The front weapon's an electric earthquake saw. The rear weapon's a pneumatic trident. The major motors come from windscreen wipers. And they've learnt from the last wars. The robot was called Pièce de Résistance, running the gauntlet against Skillalon. I'm afraid it didn't show too much resistance. It was dumped over Le Brick Wall. Comme ça.
My name's Colin Scott, and this is Brian and Julie, and this is our robot, Death Warmed Up. He's a big chap. He's 12 inch bigger than last time. He's got an earthquake saw at the front and a pneumatic trident at the back. And we're going to do the damage. We're going to do the business.
From Staffordshire, Stealth.
Made by the Lightfuls, looks lethal with its circular saw and 90-degree lifting arm. Only costs 200 odd quid to build from scrap and borrowed parts. The shovel's 3mm thick hardened steel plate.
I'm James, this is my dad Kevin. We are Team Stealth. This is our robot, Stealth. We've got a pneumatic lifting ram on the front which lifts up like that. We've got a circular saw on the back which can cut through metal and anything else that we're likely to encounter.
Roboteers, stand by.
Death warmed up. And Colin, of course, is going to do the business, the damage. Stealth.
3.
Young James, 19 years of age, at the controls.
1. Activate.
James wants to drive touring cars as an ambition. Well, he'll need to show more speed than Stealth has shown so far. A rather stealthy approach towards Death Warmed Up, or rather quiet. The imagery on Death Warmed Up is brilliant, I think. I don't quite know what the casters are for on the side. You see them, they look as if they're from the bottom of your settee at home. Colin and Julie Scott, Brian Newcomb in the Death Warmed Up team. What are those casters all about? Underneath goes Stealth. This is all rather slowly. Catchy Death Warmed Up. And the paintwork won't like that. Blist a little bit. And the bodywork won't like the attack of Shunt either. With the great and mighty axe coming in. And are they impaled there on the grid, on the arena floor? Death Warmed Up. The gloves are melting, I think, on the arena floor. They are. Little bits and pieces just dropping away. In comes Shunt, away from the flame pit. You can see the smoke. Oh, look at the flames there underneath as well. On Death, well, it really is warmed up for Colin Scott. What on earth's an earthquake saw, by the way? Well, there it is. And is that something just oozing from the bottom of Death Warmed Up as well? I'm not too sure. The Stealth bomber awaits. The lifting prongs of Death Warmed Up absolutely useless at the moment. The pneumatic trident, powered by a soda siphon bottle. There, you can see the flames and the smoke. And they know the Stealth team are heading for a victory here. Oh, I'm filling up, I feel all choky. It's smoky. They're going out.
Give it up for Stealth. They go through.
Welcome back to the pits.
We've got a souvenir.
You've got a souvenir?
We sneaked up on him when he wasn't looking. Dead stealthy like.
That's a bit. You were stealthy.
Yeah.
You were very stealthy,
Very
and that's how
stealthy,
you
we
won.
thought it wasn't
That
gonna
was
work.
very cleverly done,
Very
getting
slow.
that robot over the toaster like that.
There you go.
But I have to say, call that a flipper?
I know, it's
Yeah.
It was
pathetic.
rubbish.
It was,
There was
yeah.
no flipping going on. Obviously, we were going flipping then. But congratulations.
Thank you.
It was very well done, very stealthy.
Heading for fame and wealth? Stealth? Who knows? But they're through with Hypnodisc, Berserk 2 and Alligator, and this is how they came out of the hat for the second round draw. Berserk 2 against Alligator, Hypnodisc against Stealth, and the long trek towards the final. I'm going walkabout now. I'll let Craig explain.
Now, you may have noticed that most of our robots have been legless. Not because they've been driving all over the shop, but because they've got wheels. Well, now it's time to feature those robots who prefer to show off their pins. Wheels aren't the only way a robot gets about. This is the first of our series of robot walker battles.
From High Wycombe, Miss Struts and the English family, a 4-horsepower petrol engine provides the power for those stilt-like legs, protected by an aluminium frame with polycarbonate panels. And from Hertfordshire, Stomp, a starter motor from a scrapyard and a windscreen wiper motor from a truck used here inside the aluminium box shell. It's the lighter but quicker machine.
Roboteers, stand by.
Miss Struts then, with the longer legs. And they're the team: Ian Inglis, Kerry Inglis and William. And Stomp, Carl Nielsen, John Lilly and Tim Mitchell.
1. Activate.
And so we begin with Miss Struts. An electrifying start. Walking very much actually as I do on a Sunday morning. Well, teetering really, tottering. Stomp, not walking at all. Spinning though, and actually this is its major weapon. flail powered by a petrol strimmer. It can spin on the spot. And oh, that's the aim of that. To slam into the side of Miss Struts, giving Miss Struts the same sort of headache, actually, I have on a Sunday morning. The Inglis family trying to get Miss Struts to progress a little bit quicker. Well, oh, these boots are made for stomping on Stomp. Stomp isn't going anywhere, actually. I wonder if it's been immobilised. Engine's certainly working in Miss Struts. I don't know whether we want to see inside Miss Struts, really, do we? Stomping. Ooh, listen to that! What on earth was that noise? The scream of Stomp. This Strut's still trying to make progress there. She reminds me of an old geography teacher I had. She didn't move very quickly either. Could collar you at the back of the classroom. Oh. Stomp just getting ripped apart by dead metal. Not going anywhere. Go on, get Miss Struts moving, English team. In she comes again. Nice boots, anyway. Purple, fashionable, and yellow. And off goes Stomp. Action as Killalot plucks it up into the air, spins it around. Now, you see Miss Struts is on the attack somewhere in the background. Oh, look at that damage now to Stomp. That's the most decisive thing we've seen. Miss Struts is at speed. Look, look, look. They're out of it, Stomp. And they nearly got into second gear.
Look, chain came off.
it stinks.
That's why it never took a step.
It did kind of.
Did kind of, but didn't do a proper one. Look.
Only had half the power.
Oh,
You know,
It's spanner.
built to very fine
See what I
design
mean about
specifications, this kind of machine.
Yeah.
You have... Oh, you can stop laughing over
Is
there.
it true that it's an airline? You know those things that they keep hot meals in? And it is. It is. Our cameraman was right. You should have laid a bet on that, Jeremy.
This robot has been around the world in a former life.
Several times.
Several times. And if you touch certain plants, you smell Vindaloo curry.
Vindaloo curry, this one.
Yeah, various other things, strange things like that.
It's a fab.
It's had 2 lives. It may not have another one. What do you think?
Have you enjoyed it? Is what
It's been a laugh, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Did you
because we
enjoy it?
really enjoyed having you. That was very exciting.
Yes.
It was like, quick, walk on the spot some more. Quick, walk on the spot some more. It was just such an exciting battle. It is nerve-wracking, controlling all those legs. Most people just have wheels to control, and you had all of those legs. Those boots were made for walking, and that's just what they did. They carried on walking, and they didn't stop.
That's true.
But now your robot is in quarantine.
It's in quarantine because it's
Why?
a bit hot. It gets hot because of the engine.
Maybe you should have ventilated boots.
They are ventilated.
Are they?
Yeah, how do you think they're thickly rolled? There's a huge great square hole in the bottom of them.
You did good. Very well done. And I love the tyres. I hadn't commented on the tyres before, but they're fantastic. You're a top team. Well done.
You know what they say? Nice legs, shame about the pace. And on that note, it's back to the wars.
Craig, this is how they line up once again. Hypnodisc against Stealth, but first up, Berserk 2 against the Alligator team with Philippa in the pits right now.
Any last-minute things I should know?
We're going to win.
You're
We're
gonna
going to
win.
win. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
go.
it.
Go,
That's all
go.
we can tell you.
How do I say good luck? Oh. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
There's the Berserk 2 team. One wonders how much they learned from the last wars, and Alligator, of course. Steve Everton sounded confident, didn't he? There with the beard, though, at the controls is Derek Stupples, the captain.
Stand by.
There is Berserk 2 and Alligator. Little mascot on top of Alligator still in place. Driving in. Now, you remember, Alligator had corporal punishment, impaled on those top spikes and couldn't get away. But now, in comes the big forklift of Berserk 2. As the hammer on the other side, there's the forklift slamming down on Alligator. Great metallic teeth in front and green eyes, and Alligator almost flipped up and over. Very powerful Alligator, though. Oh dear, oh dear. The electronic relays, the controls of Alligator nearly letting it down and going into the pit. Still running though. Nudging in under Berserk 2, in towards the CPZ and shunt, and that's always a worthy tactic. Knock it into the corner patrol zone of a house robot and see the great piece of shunt, but it just grazed the top of Berserk 2 and the alloy body shell. I'd like to see the front weapon of Berserk 2 come into play. There's the rear forklift, and up and over goes Alligator. Well, I've never seen an alligator turn itself up and over. I've never actually seen an alligator, you understand, but can it right itself? No Sremex self-righting mechanisms have become crucial factors in this series of Robot Wars, and Derek Stupples and his team there, I think, are in trouble. Stuart Ford, the tall member of the Berserk 2 family, in control, and also ramming in along with shunt punishment on the belly of Alligator. Well, I know all about a crocodile smile. I'm not too sure what an alligator has. Pain etched across its features. Ooh, in comes Dead Metal with the circular saw for some alligator rustling out there. And Derek Stupples and his team know they're heading out. It's back to the bayou and sinking into the swamp for Alligator.
Well, it's a case of see you later, Alligator. There's no doubt about that. Berserk 2 through to the third round.
I was wondering what roast alligator tasted like.
Very nice.
More squashed than... Oh, look.
He's been dispelled, look.
No!
Appendicitis, eh?
Oh, poor alligator. He got really squashed as well, didn't he? It was great fun, but watching your faces was a picture you just gave up by the end, didn't you? Let them have their way! Thanks very much, guys. It's good to have you on Robot Wars.
Right, cheers, man.
This bit was great. This bit was great. And then they stood on him.
I thought he was going to tip himself over at one point.
Oh no. And you're close to the pits at one point. But you feel good? Yeah? Thumbs up. Very good, thank you.
It's Alligator Soup by now. Berserk 2 are into the heat final. Next up, Hypnodisc against Stealth.
Okay, you'll recognise the disc. It spins, it wreaks havoc, and it's about to go in there and wreak havoc for the second time.
Right.
Guys, come over with me a minute, because this is a little confidential chat I want to have with you. I don't want anyone else hearing it, especially not from the opposition. I found out what your Achilles heel is.
Have you? Yeah. Tell us about it.
What is it?
Do you not know what it is?
No, we don't.
You do know what it is, because basically, if you go over the flames, your plastic melts on your disc. Is this right?
No, that's incorrect information. Yeah. It's all steel and aluminium.
Are you
no
sure?
plastic, no plastic in there at all.
Are you sure?
Absolutely positive, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So there is no Achilles heel, that's what you're telling me?
Well, there is, yeah.
Yeah, there is,
Go
but
on.
It's top secret.
Oh,
yeah.
go on, you tell us.
can't
I'm
tell
not
you, sorry,
tell
no.
anyone, am I?
Well, we can be flipped, can't we? Flip us over.
If we go on the side,
yeah.
it'll be
But
quite
can they flip you over?
Yeah, it's got possibly a flipper, yeah.
What's weak about you? While they're not looking.
It's terribly made.
Oh no!
It's going to fall to pieces.
It's not.
It is. That's why we've got bin bags.
It's not. You've got this great flipper. You're taking bin bags in with you to pick up the pieces. Yeah. Oh, positive thinking, please, chaps.
Okay.
Good luck then.
Thank you.
Walls have ears, you know. Have the spies worked? The Stealth team reckon their robot's been made out of sticky black plastic and have those bin bags at the ready.
Robot ears, stand by.
And there is Hypnodisc.
3.
Nothing covert about that. And Stealth. This is a great match here. Two very impressive looking robots. And Hypnodisc is just about the best we've seen so far, I think, in this series of Robot Wars with that greatly powerful blade. Something came off Stealth straight at the start there. I think it might have been a nut or a bolt only. Can they get in with the flipper? Have they realised that underneath Hypnodisc, grinding away 600 reps per minute on that great disc at the front. Again coming in on the attack on Stealth. Oh, just flipping it around and look at the back blade of Stealth. Immediately knocked to one side and buckled. Matilda thinking twice about attacking Hypnodisc. Well, look at this. Jumped up in the air, Hypnodisc with a blade of Stealth completely flying off. Off goes the blade of Stealth. Hypnodisc flown up into the air. Bits and pieces flying around the arena floor like a great bucking bronco. Hypnodisc back and together in one piece, unlike Stealth. That's another piece that's flown off from somewhere. Debris all over the arena floor. Look at the damage there to Stealth again from Hypnodisc. This is wonderful stuff. Until they're again retreating into the CPZ, and wisely so. Oh, Stealth, there's hardly anything left now. Down to bare bones. Groggy, reeling in dismay. More mayhem and machinery. The machinations in the minds of the Hypnodisc team. Malevolent. In it comes again, slamming Stealth against the arena wall. Ooh, and they know they're seconds away from oblivion. Look at that. Wonderful. All our planning in Robot Wars aimed at this. Devilish. Destruction. Damage. Demolition. Sticky back plastic. Oh dear, you'll need months of welding after. Up goes the flipper, that was the danger. No chance of Hypnodisc being flipped now. Oh dear. Cease. The guts of Stealth exposed.
Well, Stealth's not so stealthy no more. The winner, of course, is Hypnodisc.
Oh, you did tell me.
Souvenir.
I'm so sorry. You went in with your bin bag empty.
Yeah.
You've come out with it full of bits. Oh dear, it was all over the place. Oh, look at it. I mean, look, just right the way through.
Yeah.
You were devastated. We could see you up there in the box.
Totally. Not for me, it's for James. James built it.
It's nasty.
Are you devastated?
Yeah, absolutely gutted.
We'll have our poly bags back, please.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys.
It's all right.
But, we don't make any promises that your robot's going to come out alive.
No, next year.
Or even in one piece. People are very frightened now.
Well, we've still got a few problems with the control. I was stuck in the corner with Matilda for a while, and that wasn't me attacking Matilda. That was it took on its mind of its own. So.
And then if you can shear through a flipper just like that,
Yeah, that's the benefit.
Very well done. I think this is the most destructive robot we've seen on Robot Wars so far.
Thank you.
Well done.
Cheers.
Oh, James of the Stealth team, I do feel sorry for you. No, I don't. Go in with the big boys and you get bashed. Hypnodisc against Berserk 2 is our heat final.
6 robots have been sacrificed to the scrap heap in the sky. One more robot will join them. It's the third and final round.
And as rotor blades rev and machines mesh, let's see how they got to this heat final. Well, Berserk 2 came up against Tuck's Revenge and they had a fair road battle. Tuck's Revenge spun and eventually in the pits. And then Alligator turned up and over. Berserk 2 triumphant. Looking good too. But as good as Hypnodisc, has anything been as good as Hypnodisc ever? Robogeddon shredded. And then Stealth sliced, mashed. And it's now Berserk 2. Stuart Graham and Chris O'Connell in the team against Hypnodisc in the final. The Rose family, Dave and Derek, the twins, and Kenneth, Dad.
Roboteers, stand by.
And there we have Berserk 2.
3.
Huddersfield against
2.
Hypnodisc of Oxford.
Activate.
Berserk 2, a tentative start. One run away. I don't blame them. Oh, coming in on the attack though with a forklift. Well, that's the first time we've seen Hypnodisc even put off in this heat. And bravery here by Berserk 2, looking to use that forklift to flip Hypnodisc. The Achilles heel, we know that, and obviously the Berserk 2 team have realised it too. And Hypnodisc here, befuddled, bemused, boxed in, but now breaking out. Oh, and up and over goes Berserk 2 from the arena floor. Now they can right themselves, I'm sure. But look at this, driving onto the arena spike. They can use their weaponry to right themselves, the forklift and the hammer. Stuart Ford, Chris O'Connell, trying to get Berserk 2 up and over and right it again. In comes Hypnodisc. But not as punishing so far. The body shell is alloy on Berserk 2 and withstanding the attack so far of Hypnodisc. Hypnodisc flipped up as well by the arena spike.
Get up there.
The Rose boys will want to come back in with a concerted drive and get that spinning disc cutting in on the shell of Berserk 2, but it's Berserk 2 at the moment trying to create some damage, but pushed into the CPZ and Killalot, this could be decisive. Don't think it should go to judges. They will be looking to mark on style, aggression, control, damage caused. Both cherry pickers look very, very tight, don't they? Concern the teams in those cherry pickers looking on. Berserk 2 slamming down again with the needle-like weapon at the front. There's the Rose boys trying to get Hypnodisc off those arena spikes, and the 600 reps per minute spinning disc is slow at the moment. You can see the teeth there and the razor blades, but it's caused no damage. This is a major surprise, and it will go to the judges. I didn't think it would last this long, did you? Well done anyway to Berserk 2 for staying in there, and this is very, very close. Epic final, that.
Well, both robots were still mobile after that epic battle, so let's go to the judges for a decision.
How on earth are they going to decide this one? Martin Smith on the left, Noel Sharkey in the middle, and Adam Harper there on the right-hand side. Let's look at the key moments again. An early attack by Hypnodisc, but flung away by Berserk 2 twice. Now Berserk 2 trying to get that forklift in underneath Hypnodisc. This could be a crucial attack in the final as the judges deliberate. Killalot also into the fray, but this could be crucial. Berserk 2 thrown by the arena spike. Not only do you have to judge your battle against your opponent and the house robots, but also against the arena obstacles. Remember Behemoth going out earlier on in the series like that. Now who's the most aggressive here between the two? Very, very close. I think this is the closest final we've ever had, and I wouldn't like to be in their shoes. Who has won this on damage, style, control, and aggression? Very close, Craig, I think.
And the judges have given it to Hypnodisc. They're through to our series semi-finals. James Bond had his fun with Pussy Galore, but he only got a rise out of Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
Series semi-finals.
Thank you very
As
much.
we suspected you would be, I have to say.
It was a close battle, though.
It was a
very
close battle. It's going to get harder and tougher.
Right.
Got some work to do.
Yeah, okay.
We'll do better next time.
Yay, make it spin faster.
Okay.
We're now halfway through our 16 first-round heats. Our first semi-final lineup is complete. Mace 2 and Pitbull. Big Brother also through with Blade. Then Chaos 2 made it. Gravedigger, followed by Stegosaurus, and of course hoping to spin a win into our first semi-final later in the series, Hypnodisc.